Gang, we're gathered here today in a galaxy far, far away to talk about something that I know is on the tip of everyone's mind: planets. Specifically, planets in the Star Wars universe. Now, before you can type a single comment in that motherfucking comment box and say, "But Ben, what the hell, man? How could you possibly rank Star Wars planets? You've never been there. They aren't even real." Well, buddy, welcome to YouTube. This is Couch Logic, and hold on to your butts because in today's video, we're ranking Star Wars planets by vibe. Oh yeah. And don't even get me started on Star Wars moons. So get your favorite Star Wars book out, turn to page 1, and let's begin. Coruscant. Now, when I hear the word megalopolis, I think of Coruscant. Its cityscapes span the entire surface of the planet, and it is the political heart of the galaxy. You got skyscrapers and multi-layered cityscapes that is home to trillions. It's been the capital of the Republic and later the Empire, and it's got the Galactic Senate, the Jedi Temple, and probably some of the best food you can find in the galaxy if you know where to look. Mwah. The night sky glows with endless lights from ships and buildings, making it the center of culture, power, and civilization. And since I'm just a country boy looking for a city girl, the vibes on Coruscant are definitely S tier. Tatooine. You know it by heart. Some say it looks like Tunisia. It's a remote desert planet with twin suns, a harsh climate, and lawless frontier settlements. Excellent nightlife too. You know, we were somewhere around Beggar's Canyon on the edge of Mos Eisley when the spice began to take hold. And we couldn't stop then because it was Jawa country. Sand dunes stretch endlessly, interrupted every now and then by rocky canyons and moisture farms. Home to the Tusken Raiders, and it's where Luke Skywalker began his journey. But despite its desolate vibe, it's basically a crossroad for smugglers, bounty hunters, and adventurers alike. And there's this thing called pod racing down there too, and well, they made a whole video game about it, which if you haven't checked out, you need to peep ASAP. We're gonna go with A tier for Anakin, Alderaan. Alright, now if you can imagine for just a moment if Skyrim and Blade Runner had a baby, then you'd have Alderaan. It was a lush mountainous world renowned for its natural beauty and pacifist culture. Alderaan was a symbol of peace and diplomacy within the galaxy. Covered in forest, there were snow-capped peaks, and pristine cities like Alderaan. It's the kind of place you want to raise a family. Talk about one chill planet. That is, until it was tragically destroyed by the Death Star in a demonstration of the Empire's might, marking a turning point in the Galactic Civil War. I hear it was an S-tier planet back in the day, but since I can only go off hearsay, we're gonna rank Alderaan in the C tier for see you later. Naboo. Rolling plains, dense swamps, and crystal clear lakes. Can you say billionaire vibes? Naboo is extremely diverse, inhabited by both the surface-dwelling Naboo people and the underwater Gungans. Now, what makes Naboo stick out is the architecture down below, and especially in the capital city of Theed. When you're the birthplace of Padme Amidala and Emperor Palpatine, you know the artistry, culture, and political influence surrounding the planet are top shelf. But sadly, there's always a bigger vibe in other parts of the galaxy, and that's why I'm putting Naboo in the B tier. Geonosis. Okay, this dirty, rocky planet is dominated by reddish-orange terrain and towering spires. And I first visited it upon spinning up a copy of Battlefront 2 back on the PS2. Apparently, it's the homeworld of the insectoid Geonosians, known for their massive hive cities and skilled engineering, right? Most people associate this planet as the site of the first battle of the Clone Wars, where the Jedi faced the droid armies of the Separatists. Harsh and barren, it hides vast droid foundries beneath its surface and many secrets among its hills. This planet has some serious treacherous vibes, so we're gonna place this war-torn planet in the C tier. Mustafar. Alright, let's say you get invited to a birthday party for Darth Vader. Sweet! But then you find out that the party is on planet Mustafar. Yeah, a volcanic world covered in rivers of lava, jagged rocks, and volcanoes. Mustafar is a place of fire and fury, which give me conflict vibes. It's most infamous as the location of the duel between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker, which resulted in Anakin's transformation into Darth Vader. The planet later became a Sith stronghold, not the kind of place you want to have a picnic. D tier. Dagobah, a remote swampy planet teeming with life but devoid of civilization, surrounded in fog and rich in the Force. Dagobah is a place of reflection and mystery. It was Yoda's refuge after the fall of the Jedi Order. You got giant trees, murky waters, and very strange creatures that dominate the landscape. Seems primitive, right? Well, maybe, but I can't help thinking that its overall deep spiritual significance keeps this planet one cut above the rest, and 100% a place I'd like to smoke a big bag of Princess Leia organic on, if you know what the fuck I mean. Obi-Wan-a-Toki, B tier. Hoth. Alright, now Hoth is an icy wasteland of blizzards, glaciers, and frozen plains. I mean, it's basically uninhabitable. And on top of that, you got the nightmare fuel crawling around that is the Wampa and the massive Tauntauns. In Part 2, it became a temporary base for the Rebel Alliance, hidden out in the Echo Base facility within an ice cavern. Sounds pretty cold. Eventually, the Empire discovers and assaults the Rebels on Hoth in a major battle that was actually best summed up in the Nintendo 64 game, Shadows of the Empire. You know, playing that game on Christmas in '96 really is the best way to experience Hoth, because you gotta take down the walkers for yourself. Google that one, yeah. B-tier planet. Kashyyyk. Alright, Kashyyyk is your jungle-covered world with these massive Rocher trees miles above the ground. It's the homeworld of the Wookiees, including Chewbacca. The Wookiees are a peaceful people, so the planet's layered ecosystems support all sorts of life, from peaceful creatures to your dangerous predators. Naturally beautiful, rich in culture, and fiercely defended by its inhabitants, we're gonna go with B tier. Kamino. Okay, get this right. You're a clone, and all a little clone boy wants to do is freaking go outside and throw a frisbee around, you know? Maybe play some basketball, but here's the thing. You better hope that there's some way to play basketball in the rain and not get wet, because that's exactly what you're gonna get on Kamino. It's an oceanic planet constantly rocked by storms and covered entirely by endless seas. Somehow, it's home to the most advanced, secretive Kamonians who are, as we come to learn, specializing in cloning technology. You know, real gray area stuff. Morally ambiguous, you know? So what you do have is these floating cities host to the cloning facilities where the Grand Army of the Republic, aka the Clones, was created. The planet is enigmatic and largely isolated from the rest of the galaxy, and I'm just gonna have to say it, Chief, I would hate to be there. F-tier planet, Bespin. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Bespin, the vibes here actually blind people to its importance in galactic commerce and conflict, because Bespin is a gas giant with livable zones in its upper atmosphere, right? And it's most known for Cloud City, which is this floating metropolis above the planet's gaseous layers. Now, Cloud City is both a luxury resort and industrial facility, operated under Lando Calrissian during the original movies. Someone might ask me, hey, so where you want to end up in the galaxy? And I'll say, Cloud City trick, Cloud City trick. The city for when you're ready to fight your dad. I mean, when you think just how much F and S happened on this place, you'd say, the best Star Wars movie is set on this planet. They see me glazing. Bespin. Yeah, you already know this is a S-tier planet. You underdig. Jakku. Now, we gotta talk about Jakku, which is where we first meet Rey in The Force Awakens. This planet is littered with the hulls of crashed ships during battles from the Galactic Civil War. You best believe the post-apocalyptic Star Destroyer trash-diving vibes is in full effect. And just that detail alone puts Jakku in the B tier already, even though it is a piece of planet. J.J. Abrams would have us believe this seemingly unimportant desert hell planet is tied to the fate of the galaxy in mysterious ways, but was it really? If you're going to Jakku and you want me to tag along, well, I'm not gonna tag along. D tier. Mandalore. Boom. Okay, get this right. War-torn planet. Harsh surfaces. Clone Wars. Home to the Mandalorians, the capital city Sundari lies beneath a domed structure, which results from the planet's environmental collapse from centuries of conflict. Not the most lit of things. We can see from the Mandalorians TV show that even though the place is all banged up into hell and back, the planet remains a symbol of resilience and cultural pride. But yeah, I'm sure you could get some great food down on Mandalore, but so much war and violence kind of makes me want to vacation elsewhere, you feel me? Let's say C tier. Felucia. Okay, where are all my Star Wars The Clone Wars and Lego Star Wars fans at? Felucia is a major battleground during the Clone Wars, so cool, but also not lit. Like, I'm trying to get my proper swirl on in the sunshine, not get blown the f up during war times. It's got the jungle, bizarre bioluminescent plants, and but it seems like my ass would get killed by some random alien while I was out walking my dog, so you already know we going with the D tier for that one. Don't at me. Yavin IV. 2 words. Massassi Temples. A tier. I mean, seriously. Where the hell else are we gonna plot and scheme on destroying the Death Star? Look at these temples, right? That's Vibe City. The temples are on Vibe Street. Meet me on the Jungle Moon Yavin IV this summer. It's going down. My mom and dad are gonna be out of town for a month, and I'm gonna have the keys to their X-Wing. I hear they got a major Rebel Alliance base that almost got up by the Death Star, but it's all good now. Just the ancient vibe is a spiritual element for me, on top of it being both a symbol of resistance and a place rich in ancient Force history. I don't know about Yavins 1 through 3, but Yavin 4, that's an A-tier planet. Endor. Yeah, if the war was over tomorrow, Endor is where the party would be. And technically I'm sneaking this in here because it is a forest-covered moon inhabited by the small, resourceful Ewoks. You know, how the hell I'm gonna leave the Ewoks out the video, you feel me? Endor's filled with towering trees, significant undergrowth, and wildlife. I mean, it's where the Battle of Endor took place, where the Empire had their shield generator destroyed, which in turn enabled the second Death Star to be destroyed and the evil Empire begin to fall. The moon's peaceful natural setting is home to the saddest moment in cinematic history, when these 2 Ewoks are caught in an explosion and one of them gets up and shakes the other one, but it doesn't move. I cry every single time. One of the fallen, but never forgotten. A tier. And that is Star Wars planets ranked by vibe. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Give this video a like if you liked it, and a comment if you want to comment. Love, piece of chicken grease. We out of here. And meat shields, don't forget, may the Force be with you.